Call this one the Dems Truth and Reconciliation Commission coming to America. I don't know if you know this, but throughout history, some countries have had something when they've gone through a really bad period, like apartheid in South Africa, and other extreme situations where they try to, when they finally rid their country of something bad, like apartheid, they want to have a commission. They want to come together and kind of say, okay, everybody's got to acknowledge what was true, what we did was wrong, what is false. It's not exactly like a retraining center, where they might send people off. Communist, extreme leftist leaders have done this, send people off to retraining camps so they stop believing in the beauty of freedom or free markets or something. They're sent off to become indoctrinated into the communist or left-wing mindset. But this idea, Truth and Reconciliation Commission, which sounds completely absurd for America's circumstance, hasn't actually been successful in other countries either. If you measure success by the idea whether or not the country, because they went through that process, they came together, they all understood each other, they all loved each other again. I don't think it's been successful historically, but there was a suggestion by Robert Reich, R-E-I-C-H. And every time you think you lose track of, isn't he gone? Isn't he a long time absent from the scene guy? He's actually very active on the American left. He's putting out statements periodically. He's very, very, he's a radical leftist. He's very anti-Trump. And he has floated the idea that America needs to have this. That when we're finally done with this, says he, which people assume he means the Trump administration, that we really have to have something like a Truth and Reconciliation Commission. They've got to come forward and really square ourselves up again, learn our facts again, remember who we are. There's a lot of history in the article I posted about this. So on our website, americacanwetalk.org, on the homepage under shows, drop down list of links, you can read about this. I am not saying this is an idea that Biden has embraced or that Kamala Harris has embraced yet. I'm saying that someone of the stature on the American left of Robert Reich, who is a radical leftist, is two things I'm saying. One is he and one other person kind of made allusion to it. I can't remember who it was, some other leftist. But the idea that the Trump era has been so traumatic that somehow after we're post-Trump, we're going to have to come together and all remember who we are as Americans, and we're going to have a truth and reconciliation effort of some kind to throw out all the ugliness that has overtaken America. I mean, it is complete hogwash. It is a complete hogwash idea as applied to America. Absurd and ridiculous. But the reason I mention it is this kind of guy, he thinks he's a thought leader, and on the left, people think he's a really smart guy. But it's a kind of just a red flag warning. But secondly, this tells you the degree to which Reich and the leftists have bought into their own absurd narratives, their lies about America, their lies about Trump, their lies about America of the 1619 Project, the lies the left has painted about America during the Trump tenure, Trump presidency, where they talk about Black Lives Matter had to be formed because look at all these terrible things happen. America is a terrible country. All of the lies the left perpetrates about America would be the kind of things this Truth and Reconciliation Commission would want to talk about. Can we all agree? America is a terrible place. We must renounce our sins. We must have reparations. We must denounce every single thing that's ever happened in American history and denounce the American culture and society as racist. This is how much the left has drunk their own Kool-Aid and how much they hate America. That's what this would represent. It may go nowhere, but I thought it was worth a brief mention.